Hello and welcome to episode 23 of our Timberborn update for hard mode Let's Play with the Iron Teeth faction. It is cycle 31. We have 15 days left in our drought here. And last time, we did a bunch of small improvements, including starting construction of our little, I guess we can call it an aqueduct, depending on how we want to phrase things. But yeah, we're going to be in, hopefully this episode, filling this thing all the way up with these large water wheels side by side to make a whole bunch of power during the temperate season so we can store it for use during the dry season. But that's not all. We've got a little bit more to do over here in this district, in our bot district, yet to be named, which, by the way, you can go to the community tab on my channel right now and vote on the name for District 2. District 1, of course, needs to be Beaverburg, as it always... Oh, we actually haven't named it that. All right, well, it's Beaverburg 9. This is the 9th series. So that's the name of District 1. Always is. But District 2, names up for grabs. That poll, based off of your suggestions, is up on my community tab right now. So go ahead and vote for that, and then we will rename this district to whatever the winner of that is in the next episode on Tuesday. But I digress. We've got a lot to get done, and it's not just related, of course, to what we have going on over here. It's going to take them a while to put all of this terraforming stuff in. So we'll let them take care of that while we come over here and do a few small fixes and some construction of our own as well. We have to keep on putting gravity batteries in, because when we actually have all of these ready to go and generating power, we're going to need to store that somewhere. We're going to need a lot more capacity to make sure we can last an entire drought without having to have those things rotating. So we'll get into that, as well as doing a little bit more decoration and well-being, even though these guys are looking pretty good right now. 38 average well-being over here in District 3. Can't imagine anything's going to defeat Frog Bowl in the poll for naming this one, but we are still going to vote. That one will be coming not today as of the release of this one, but later on. So keep your eyes out for that. But I did want to go ahead and start by, thanks to some comments from you guys on the last video, checking these engines and making sure they're all deprioritized. And then a couple people actually had some good suggestions for this stuff, but one of them was to set all of these, like this one is, to just BioBeavers employment, so that, you know, we don't accidentally have a bot working in an engine when they could be doing something else. So I'm going to actually try that, because of course you can prioritize the buildings with haulers, and the haulers will just dump the logs in there and they'll just keep burning forever, because that's just how it works. So we'll make sure the rest of these are looking good. Yeah, see, like this guy right here. And this guy, all of these, well, actually not all of them. They're kind of inconsistent with how I have this set up. Don't you just love hearing that same sound over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? Yeah, see, we just saved a beaver job by taking care of that, so I'm glad we went in and did that. Anyway, so now what's going to happen here is this is going to show that we have 17 vacancies for regular beavers because of all of these, and a couple of other things I think we'll have to go in and take a look at in a second. But I believe we should be a-okay. And we have 31 unemployed regular beavers that hopefully we don't actually have to have working over here. But since we already have them, we might as well put them to work doing some science. There's plenty of room for that. We'll just keep on building these things wherever we can fit them. Because again, there is no reason not to. Unless I put them in the wrong spot and they just look bad. But here's another 6. They'll take care of that. And we are going to keep getting rid of these breeding pods just as soon as they are empty. We'll just kind of randomly click on stuff, and as soon as I see one that's empty, I will get rid of it. But I don't want to get rid of a beaver that's already being made, because that would be a waste of resources. It seems like all these are kind of in the middle. Well, these last two are a little closer to the end. So I think we'll leave those alone for right now. And instead, we have all of these unemployed bots make sure we don't have any unemployed bots over here. We're actually evenly balanced. And we could put in another hauling post. We could make sure that all of these things are fully staffed, which of course they are. We're not going to need to have more than 5 bots in the district crossing because we're really not importing anything from this district. We just need that option to be available if it becomes necessary. So we can leave that alone. Check this guy. Got 5 again. Probably don't need to be importing very much. So we actually don't need to send more bots over to that district, which means we still don't have enough science yet, but we can kind of keep these guys in reserve to then put in our bot part factories. Hey, it's a Donador again. He's the guy that we named our Memorial Forest after in the Drowned Nightmare Mode series of, I think, well, most of those are live streams. If you haven't seen those, go check that out. It's a lot of fun. And should be streaming that pretty much every Saturday for the time being, unless I have something else come up. So I would love to have you there. Those are great fun. We have a good time with those. But yeah, we have to have 5,000 science. And we don't. We have 3,600, so we'll let them keep cooking, as it were. Other things that we can do while we're waiting, of course, is add some decorations, especially around this staircase, because all of these beavers are going to have to go up here. So an easy thing for us to do is going to be to put in a little platform right there, and then we can actually add some decorations. Put a nice beaver statue right here, and then right next to it, a shrub, because 2 for 1. Now, one thing we have not done in this main district here in Beaverburg 9 is we haven't done all of the monuments, and they're actually not in a fantastic place. We really should, since all of them are sleeping here, we should have them on top of all of our barracks. Of course, for us to do that, we have to be able to, get beavers up there, so that's going to be an entirely different can of worms, but if we were able to do that, might actually have to have 2 of these. Not that it's going to be a problem. We have so many resources. I'm not worried about building duplicate monuments. But something to think about for sure as we continue on doing other things. I'm really not that worried about it right now because, wow, these do still have enough range that anytime the beavers want to eat, they do have to come into range of these things. So everything should be okay there. This guy's getting very, very close. So let's go into turbo speed. We haven't done that yet. And we'll keep an eye on this guy. We'll keep him active over here in the corner so we know as soon as that beaver pops out, that thing's toast. Now, I was kind of hoping they would take care of these in the corner first. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. And we're probably going to want to put in some charging stations over here, because I think right now, yeah, they've got to come all the way up here to charge. And we don't have any power over here, of course. So they're going to take their sweet time. I guess they're just going to be slow. We could, if we really felt like it, we could build another 1 or 2 of these terraforming stations and employ a lot more bots. But that is a pretty substantial use of resources. I don't know if that's really wise. I guess it's going to depend on how fast this goes, because I really would like to have this completely done before the next temperate season comes up. Would be kind of a waste not to, because they're so short. They're only like 5 or 6 days at minimum. I guess the minimum technically has to be 6 days. But I didn't do custom settings for this playthrough, so I do not know. All right, that guy's done. And that breeding pod is over. It would be really nice to get the one next to it, because then we can use this to put in some other fun stuff. We do still have a bunch of homeless beavers. Let's not forget, we do need more housing. So we're going to have to figure that out. So in that vein, we have such a waste of resources. We put our large barracks right here on top of a metal platform just because we could. So now I'm kind of wondering, we have the metal. We're not really short on it, and we can generate pretty much as much as we want because of all all this. So we could put another one here, or we could just say, hey, that's super wasteful. Let's not do that. And then just put some stilts in. I don't think we're going to need another one of these large warehouses, but it would kind of be cool to have that. We have plenty of food stored, so it's really not that big of a deal. We have 1,200 storage for corn rations and for eggplant rations, and I believe algae rations as well. And berries, man. Really, all of the food stuff has at least 1,200 storage that I've seen so far, except kohlrabi's. Do I even dare to put kohlrabi storage in this district? They're not going to eat them. But there's no sense in wasting space. So, you know what they always say. Do something dumb like this. So we will. We'll set this for kohlrabi storage because why not? No reason not to, except, you know, common sense. But that does mean we can put a large barracks on top of it and house 16 more beavers. Of course, we can't put anything on top of our campfire here. But there's also no rule saying we can't just get rid of it. Which might end up actually being the smart move. So I think what we can go ahead and do, since we already have this set up, is come on top of here and start putting in some stairs to get all the way up. So if I were to do that, I believe that's going to get us where we need to go. And that is pretty much direct up from the bottom here, as close as we can get. Put this up here, which means we can go ahead and put in some monuments up here, if we so choose. We'll have all this space for everything that we want to put, in addition to more rooftop terraces, which is kind of the whole point anyway, to put a lot of this up here, to be completely honest with you. So I think let's unlock our 1x1 suspension bridge. Why not? It would be kind of stupid to do this, but hey, it's fun to be stupid sometimes. Yeah, put that one on a t-shirt. Let's I guess we could just have this whole thing going around in a circle. No reason not to, right? So what we can do here is just stick a whole bunch of these 1x bridges. And then I think 2x right here over the campfire. That is something supremely stupid, but still kind of cool. So we're gonna roll with that, and we'll put in a whole bunch of fun stuff up here for the beavers to take advantage of. It doesn't look like the worst thing ever, but in case you missed it, we did get our 5,000 science, so we can come over here, unlock that workplace for the bots, and then let the bots get to work doing bot things as I completely failed to click on the picture of the bot. There we go. Good job, me. And there we go. So now the bot production is entirely automated, which means that now our beavers should be pretty much completely removed from the dangerous activities. So let's check on that in Beaverburg 9. Who is working where? Bot assemblers are all bots. Bot part factories are all bots. Builders' huts. Kind of evenly split, it seems. Well, more or less. Coffee brewery is still a regular beaver. Water pumps are all beavers. That's fine. District center, district crossing. Engines, all beavers, but they are minimum, what do you call it, priority, so they're not going to want to do too much with that. Explosives factory, farmhouses can all be beavers. That's fine. Fermenters can all be beavers. That's fine for now. Food factories, all beavers. Again, that's fine. Foresters. If we had more bots, foresters should probably all be bots. Gather flags. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything super dangerous that these beavers are actually doing. Because that's all. We have a lot of inventors. 37. Wow. Yeah, so there really shouldn't be any reason these guys are getting hurt. Hopefully. I guess maybe the printing press, but I don't have the science to unlock that yet, I don't think. Yeah, we're looking good. I think we can be pretty happy with that. Let's check our progress here. Kind of slow. So let's see. Terraforming station, 200 treated planks. Well, I mean, we have them. Do I dare build another one of these? I mean, we get 75% of the materials back, so I guess it's not the worst thing ever. But it does seem kind of like a monument to excess to build another one of these. But hey, we've done almost everything in the past 9 Timberborn playthroughs. So we can do a little bit of pointless excess as a treat. Now let's come on over here. Click on the right tab first of all. Rooftop terraces. I'll put those in these spaces that have 3 available. And that means, since we're on the subject of pointless excess, I can put in labor monuments here and here. Oh no, you're going to use so many logs. We got logs. We got tons of logs. We have trees we can't even cut down. We got so many logs. Yeah, so I think we're going to be just fine. Yeah, we'll put those labor monuments right there. We can, of course, wow, shut this guy off and harvest all of his logs if we so chose. But having both of these here means that every beaver will at some point, every single day, walk through or sleep inside the influence of these labor monuments. Although there is going to be a 3-wide gap for these 2 large barracks that they won't get the buff from sleeping, but they will, in fact, walk through it constantly, pretty much. So that's fine. And now everybody can also enjoy the rooftop terraces. And that is super good. That is nice to have. We actually only have 7 homeless beavers, really, in this district. Yeah, they're all in this district. That is exciting. We're making very good progress, folks. Now let's hope this goes a little faster. Obviously still waiting on the treated planks. That is not a process that's going to go too terribly fast. We do still have 10 days left in our drought here. And we got tons of time left for today's episode, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for us to get over here and start putting in our water wheels. So if I were to start here, that would give it time to consolidate. I could realistically start here or here, but let's just real quick pause the game and see how many of these I can realistically fit on this side. We got 1, 2, 3, that'll be 4, 5, 6, and then this gate unfortunately can't move. Because, well, I guess it could if I really felt like it. There's not really reason to. But 6 of these, another 6, that would be 12. A rated output of 180 horsepower. You know it's going to be more. I think this will be just fine, how we have this set up here. Should be a-okay. So what we'll have to do over here is, you know what, just for the sake of the bit, we'll demolish all of this. Yeah, we're going to run out of wood real quick. I'm trying to build all this stuff, but we have some dead trees we can go ahead and harvest here. Make sure those are all good to go. Yep, they are. I think we'll be just fine. But yeah, what we're going to be doing is, I guess we could go ahead and start this side too. Just so we have something to connect. Sticking these guys right like so, and then, of course, connecting them up to power, which is going to be another fun thing we have to deal with. I'm just going to go ahead and get these all situated. That's looking good there. You know what? We actually might want to just blow all of this up so they're all connected and then just have this come up. Yeah, let's do it. We have so much dynamite. Also, blowing stuff up is fun. So, do we really need a better reason than that? I didn't think so. That's going to make it really easy to make sure these are all connected. And that's what it's all about. Making these ridiculous, completely unnecessary contraptions in a playthrough we've pretty much already beat. But, you know what we say? It's not over till it's over. And we have still a pretty good amount of research left to do. Even though we have unlocked, I believe, not every single industrial building for working by bots, but we've gotten a lot of them. Alright, we need another 120-ish treated planks. We might actually finish this before we finish building this terraforming station, and that would be absolutely hilarious if that were to happen. But it's not like we won't use all the terraforming. Got some other stuff we can do inside this district. It's just going to be a little awkward with the storage and the bots waiting up here. But we could very easily extend some of this land out, make little islands for putting things down, such as campfires or temples. And yes, every district that is occupied by beavers does have a temple now. I know a couple of you were very concerned about all of that stuff, but it's all looking good. Our well-being in this district is 36. What are we missing? Injury, that should pretty much go away. Wet fur, so showers and lidos would be very smart for us to put in. Campfires, we definitely need a lot more of those, but look at that rooftop terrace utilization. We still, I don't think, have enough of these because they're all in use. They are making use of them, just not all at the same time. We can also probably start decreasing the working hours since most of the actual work is being done by bots at this point. So I think we can probably get away. We have so much food. Yeah, let's put them down to 14 working hours. No reason not to try that, right? The only thing is that will affect our science production, but I think we're going to be okay. We have like 37 of those things. How close are we here? Oh, it's so over. We only have 89 treated planks. In fact, oh, we've got 330 something in District 4, Botland. Do we not have storage in District 2? That's probably why we're not transferring any of this. Oh, that's metal blocks. Okay, we can get a little bit of this transferred over. That's probably what it is. I know we have storage for them up here. Well, I think I know that we have it up here. Let's check. Yeah, we do. We have a 200 storage. So I guess now that's going to be a thing. Yeah, look at them go. Walking right past because I thought they were actually carrying this stuff. Well, it should start getting filled up pretty soon. Should see these guys getting stocked here. Yep, looks like it. Let's see them stick some in there. Who will be the first? Oh, the chanting has begun. Yep, see, there we go. Yeah, that's terrifying. All right. So I should have done that a long time ago. But I digress. Now, I didn't think we were going to be this hard up for explosives. But I guess I was wrong. Man, they haven't even started doing this yet. Are we, surely we're not lacking for stuff to do, right? I didn't think it was even possible. Everything we have going on. Well, that's fine. We still have 8 days to get all this hooked up. We should be in just fine. They're probably busy sticking all this stuff over here. All of these big old water wheels. I think right now we can probably safely get rid of these pathways here. I can stick another one of these bad boys down. Alright, that's going to fit there and there. Next, they'll be able to build from up here as well. The fun part is going to be, since they haven't placed these yet, I'm going to actually get rid of that so they don't touch. And I hope they can't go diagonally. If they can, this is going to be really awkward when I have to put another one of these big old water wheels in. But hey, this one's done. So that's progress, right? We don't need to worry about connecting everything on this side because we're going to have all of these connected over here. Be just fine. This is not going to be primo usable real estate, but this might actually be pretty useful, especially because we have our water right here. We just need to put up a staircase coming up the side here. I just got to figure out where would be the best spot for that based off of pathing. Boy, it's like a rat's nest of paths over here. So to be quite honest, I'm not sure. It might be going up here would be the move. But I'd have to get dynamite up here, which of course is always fun. Always a problem. Or we could end up just pathing down because we do have that ability. So then in that case, we'd have one here, we'd have another one here. So this would actually be in the correct height. You know what? We're not barbarians. We have terraforming. And we should use it. So let's actually fill this whole thing in with some lovely dirt blocks. I don't know if they're going to be able to place this or not. But we'll try. And then, of course, we're going to have to blow that up and then that up by proxy. But that should get us pretty much all good to go. And then this path would come back this way. So I think that would end up looking pretty nice. Hopefully. All right, we are steamrolling over here. Progress. And we're actually getting pretty close on our terraforming station too, so that is looking very nice indeed. Our well-being in this district has not gone up. In fact, it's gone down. 35. Yes, one pesky injury. Take care of that, but wet fur is definitely something we can go ahead and address. And since we have dynamite, we really should be taking advantage of the Lidos. Because we have so much water now, it really is not a problem. Oh, you know what we didn't do? This. Not that that really matters. But we can just, you know, build a swimming pool somewhere. And just keep it constantly filled with the water dump. Because we have so many extra beavers. That kind of senseless, pointless luxury is exactly what we can take advantage of here. Because in most of the playthrough, this is going to be too low to actually put a Lido in. But in a place like this right here, where we're, you know, growing mangroves to harvest their fruits, that's perfect because the water level is always going to be high. So what we have here in this area is a similar thing going on, but I don't think it's going to be that worth it to put it over here. Because of our water dumps always being on, these will more or less be full enough for us to do whatever we want with. But again, it's just not really necessary. And we want to have stuff closer to our barracks anyway. So we'll have to think about that for a little bit. See exactly what we're up against here. Check in on our... Oh, look at that. What luck. What timing. About to get this guy out of here and yeet the breeding pod. Goodbye. And now look at that. We have some space right here. See if we can decide some interesting thing to stick here. In terms of well-being, we have... Well, not many small things. We could put a couple shrines in. Oh, bot destroyed itself. That's too bad. Let's check our needs here. Oh, we're actually shrine deficient, so I'll tell you what. We'll put in... Why not? 4 shrines. Who's going to tell me no? Well, maybe some of you. And also, we have 2 of these here. But I don't think we're at the point in the playthrough anymore where we really have to worry about any of that. Wow, look how little water's in here. That's actually kind of surprising. This is going to be gone. That is going to be super gone before the end of this drought here. So really what we probably should be doing is installing more water storage. A lot more water storage. Yeah, let's do that because I don't want to be without water. That would be a very, very bad time. I don't know why I'm just going all over the map. I need to find somewhere to stick these. Boy, it's too bad I can't put it on top of this campfire. I don't think we really need to worry about any more farming space, so wouldn't be the worst thing, I don't think, to stick some of these up here. But so much of the land is actually already occupied in a way that we really can't move anything. I struggle to find places for things to fit sometimes. I guess it's fine. We can just do one of these numbers. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Why not, right? There's no rule that says we can't. Let's stick 2 of these bad boys up here. There we go. 5 days left. And we are making progress, folks. Well, on this side at least. Now we have 8 bots on the case. But no dirt. And no charging. Now I know we're not out of dirt. So is something up over here? That's metal blocks. This is dirt. Are we not exporting dirt? Oh, this district, District 2. 22 unemployed beavers? Oh, no. No, we are maxing out our district crossing over here. Oh, see, that's an interesting development. Having the water go down that low. Let's max those bad boys out. All of these beaver jobs for everybody. Absolutely everyone on this side. Get all of that stuff out. Fill up our dirt. That's looking good. You know what? We haven't found anything to stick here yet. So I'm tempted to put another hauling post in. But before we do, let's make sure that we're not missing something important. We have all the food. Aesthetics definitely need some work. As does fun. Books. You know what? We're not cavemen, we have technology. Let's hit tab to see where we're storing. I don't see books, so guess what? This is now book storage. That's a good thing to put there. Alright, progress continues. We definitely need to have more chargers spread out kind of all over the place. So, yeah, I need to unpause at least one more of those. Then, oh, I wish I had somewhere else to stick these. This really is not a very good place over here to do that. I could, if I were feeling adventurous, put down a couple here, because, you know, we're not going to be growing anything here. Not going to be a problem. I'll just stick those right there. Because, you know, you don't always want to go all over the map trying to get charged. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, there we go. Let's take care of that. And then put this last guy in right here. Looking good. We're making good progress. 3.8 days left. That is looking just fine. Now, how about our supply of dirt? Okay, it's improving. That's already maxed out. That's already maxed out. Yeah, all we got to do now is wait. Wait and then think about doing some terraforming over here in District number 2. Because, well, there's a lot of space we want to reclaim. But we have to be able to power bots, which means we need to kind of figure out exactly what we're doing here. Oh, you know, we can just kind of stick our power in over here, thanks to the fact that this district crossing is not until you get over there. That'll be fine. Just got to find a good spot to interrupt our flow. So I think what we'll do, stick that down there. Yes, this will flood, but it won't be flooded all the time. So I'm not gonna, not a bot part factory, not gonna lose sleep over that. But I am going to orient this slightly better direction, he says, before orienting it in the worst possible direction. We'll just blow all that up because why not? So we'll have them put in this high power shaft, and then we will immediately replace this turn with a three-way. And then we'll have a couple of charging stations. It's not going to be a permanent bot presence here in District 2, just enough to do some terraforming. So to that end, we probably should also put in a terraforming station here. We have all the resources for it. We just have to allocate space. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that shrine and put this here just because it's a very convenient location. And the shrines are easy and cheap to build. And we can put that somewhere else, like right here. Alright, 3 days left. Making progress. We are very thirsty boys and girls over here with only 50 water. Well, that's no good. Yeah, because all of our suction over here is kind of dried up. So I think it's safe for us to turn on our emergency reserves, or at least our pumping up here. Are there any more of these I can turn on, or have I kind of screwed myself over? Yep, there's no water here. This is where it comes back to bite me that I've just been pumping water constantly into this garbage over here. Yes, truly I will wallow in my own hubris on this fateful day. How thirsty are we? Ooh. That's not inspiring. The good news is, there's water here that we can easily take out of our district crossing. We just have to have our haulers do the work, of which we have many. But yeah, things are looking a little bleak for our water usage. That's why I really should have done this earlier. Much earlier with regard to getting all of our storage figured out. But 3 days until this comes back, I'm not worried. I think we'll be fine. We got plenty more to do. I just wish our explosives would come in a little faster. I'm going to super prioritize this guy. This is already, I think, the next one being built, or should be. Maybe. I got to get my rest of my stuff figured out here. So let's bring this all the way down. And this as well. Just put a nice 90-degree right there. And then I believe, I'm not going to put this in until the very end because that's going to block access. Wait, no it won't. They can just go underneath. Never mind. Alright, are we still in super panic thirst mode? No, okay. They're just thirsty. They're not dying thirsty. They'll be alright. We'll be perfectly fine. There is no cause for alarm. Alright, blow this up. High power shaft, Reno. And that will connect everything up here. We just have to have these connected. Now, why aren't you connecting on this side where it's already open? Well, there's not really a good reason. I just kind of didn't feel like it. And we're probably not going to use this space anyway. So it only makes sense to take advantage of that. Now, all that being said, I do kind of worry about our ability to get our water supplied for this other district here. I have so many bots that are in need of something to do. So I'm actually going to switch over our hauling posts to bots just to make sure that stuff goes a little faster. Because we do have water stored. We have 2,000 in this district. And they just got to keep on bringing it in. And we'll come bring it out. Again, not really super worried yet. Operative term being yet. We're not dying of thirst, we're dying of old age. That's how it should be. 1.5 days left. Making good progress. We just have the one large water wheel left to build over here. And they're making good progress there as well. And we have a decent amount of planks still. We have about 250. Not enough to build all of these, but enough to build, well, enough. I have committed a fatal error, it seems, in my my planning here. But I'm glad I caught it before we got too far along. This segment of power, I'm just going to make this a 4-way for ultimate future-proofing. Not really any reason to. This has to be set here so this can go all the way across and connect all of these, which means our high power shaft actually has to be here and then here. Man, I miss vertical power shafts so much. What a great mod. Now the problem is we have so much other stuff going on. I'm going to put these guys back up to 16-hour workdays for the foreseeable future. Just so we can get a little bit more building done. They do have to walk pretty far to take care of all of this, but I believe, yes, it still says we're out of water completely. But I think we'll be okay as long as we can get our water brought out of the district crossing here. They should be taking care of all of that. I didn't think we had so many beavers over here, but we still have like 230. I should have been getting rid of these guys. Okay, that is obtained from other warehouses. We have 2 set to obtain. Medicine. I just have to make sure that I'm not just doing myself in with a really dumb tank storage settings. Okay, we have at least one of each on accept and obtain, so I don't think that's the cause. I think we're just deficient in the transportation department. Hopefully that's what it is. All right, random beaver. You're not thirsty, but you are. Let's find out what's going on here. Oh, you're not that thirsty. You'll be fine. Somehow down to only 3 homeless beavers. Love to see that. We're just letting them naturally die off. I do kind of wish they would have built this side first, which I guess I could have accomplished by placing them first. But when does something ever go completely right, you know? Just the way it goes. We are really just absolutely sucking this whole thing dry here. Remember when I said I was going to put more gravity batteries in this spot, and then I definitely didn't do that? Yeah, good times. Well, we'll get there. Look at our storage of kohlrabis. We have 546, 48 even, over in that district, looking nice. Making a whole bunch of science. We still don't have 12,000. It would be really nice if we could have this unlocked by the end of today's episode. Not sure we're going to get there. Uh-oh, these are empty. Well, that's unfortunate. How are these looking here? Die in 7 days. 11 days. These are going to die in 11 days. These are already dead. Don't care about dandelions. That's fine. I don't have any water I can suck out up here except right here. That is unfortunate. Yes, we really got to get this going here. So I will just go ahead and get it set right the first time, actually. Get these all connected. I guess I probably should keep the, I did a dumb. I detonated before building. That was not intelligent of me. Well, they're not going to have all this done by the time we need it anyway. Because here comes the water. We are already all flagged out here, so let's put in staircase. Not that they're going to build that anytime soon either. But drought's over. And we're about to experience the glorious wonder of all of these turning and no power being actually generated. So let's, for the sake of my personal pride, Let's turn these into super high priority. I love that this is more or less completely terraformed, though. We're just waiting on... Oh, they can't reach that? All right. That's why that hasn't been done yet. Still too far. All right. What about if I do that? There we go. They can pop in some dirt there. This stuff should go relatively quick here. And as this starts filling up and backing up, we'll be looking nice. Let's go ahead and set that down so we don't cause a cataclysm with all of that water coming in, and make sure these are good to go as well. As I click on everything except where I'm supposed to. Now we are in a position where pretty much every district needs more water storage. So I think what we'll end up doing, for no reason at all, is just putting in a whole bunch of storage. We can actually set these to supply. Or that one to supply at least. And then we'll have tons of storage over here that we can move between districts if we so choose. Now let's just do another vibe check here on our thirst. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're rotating. We are back flooding. Oh, I was supposed to get rid of this. Alright, that is probably why. Because that was already set correctly to 2.5. See, how fast is this going? Alright. Respectable 350-ish. That's now going down for some reason. Boy, we are not going speedy here. Not my finest thought process behind prioritizing all of this. But I was really thinking the water would be pushing these a lot more. So maybe there is a limit as to how much of this we can get away with before it starts being kind of counterintuitive. Good news is there's really not too much more we absolutely have to build to get power going in here, but man, we are not inspiring confidence, are we? And I didn't even build any more gravity batteries, so this really was just a huge waste of time, wasn't it? I do think it's more important to have the storage for the water anyway. But since we're already here, we don't have to have this space blasted down beneath to actually use the gravity batteries, because we can always just detonate more dynamite to give them higher capacity. Kind of a fun little, not entirely cheaty way. I think that is the bottom of the map here. Yes. We still got... Oh yeah, we've got plenty of room to blast those guys down. I really should have put some of those over here if I was thinking about it. I spent so much time and energy working on this that I wasn't even thinking about actually, you know, storing the power. Kind of an oversight on my part, huh? I could have extended these, but I think at this point now, this is just kind of a puff project anyway. I'm just baffled at how much of these aren't turning. Maybe once there's the water wheels on all the way on both sides, it'll be a little better. Just come on. Just come finish this thing. We're already on day 3. Oh yeah, we only have 3 days left. Well, kids, just goes to show you could be like me and make a dumb choices broadcast for thousands of people on the internet. It could be you. It's fine, though. Now, somebody get up here and finish this. Okay, it is finished. And we're making about the same amount of power we were before. But that's fine. You live and you learn. And we're doing a whole lot of learning. But it is all connected. So we have that going for us. We are filling this area very, very slowly, but we are filling it. Just waiting for this to get high enough. We really can't release too much from here because we do have to get water out of it, but we also don't know how long this next drought's going to be, and this very well could cause some pretty big problems for us if we don't have enough water stored up. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn. I can't let any more water out here because this will just flood everything. This seems to be working okay. Of course, none of this is connected at all whatsoever. But these are built so we can have this connected here. And grab that like so. Don't put that there. Alright, I don't care. That's going away. So, I guess we should just prioritize. Not that it matters, honestly. We don't really have an intense need for more power. We're not going to be able to store all of it. Got 2 days left. This is just about full. It's going to spill over either way. I guess it's probably better for us to let this water out now and have it trickle down into the main area so we can actually use it than it is to store a whole ton of it up here. It's fine. We will be okay. This district still has some unemployment, really? Oh, that's because it's incapacitated. Alright, so once they get charged up, they'll be good to go. That'll be fine right there. Yeah, we're making progress. It's just not quite as fast or intelligent as I would prefer. Well, that's fine. We're making a ton of power, though. It's not a total waste. Except for this guy right here making 0 power. But I get the feeling once these are all filled up with the wheels, that'll kind of force the water to go through everything. And we should be okay. They haven't started building that one. That's kind of a problem. This one's almost done. This one is not. I'm going to go ahead and just prioritize this. Again, not that it matters because this is going to dry up in terms of a water source very soon, day and a half. We'll see if it's going to be another long drought. It probably will be. Considering we're in cycle 32, we are so far into this. But hey, we have 13,000 science. You know what that means. It means I can click the wrong tab again, and we can research the tribute to ingenuity. They redesigned this. It looks kind of cool. We've got to find a spot to put this bad boy. And I think, if I can find a decent spot, I just kind of want to take a look at the model for this. So the old one was the beaver with like the cogs turning out of its head, or so. I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but this guy actually has like a block of cogs carrying on his back. That's kind of a cool design. So we'll find a cool spot to put that. Not going to be today's episode, because we're getting close to the amount of time that we can reasonably do one of these before stuff gets too ridiculous. And unfortunately, we are not going to see all of this completely finished before the end of the temperate season, but we are using some of it. Even if we're not using the power, we are generating it. And that was one of the things we wanted to do, was to put a canal here and have that be usable power. So, love to see that. Generating almost 12,000. Very cool. I can't help but wonder if we should put in a block here. Let's do that, actually. Try and tumble the water over this way. I think it was Skystorm did that video on generating a maximum water velocity. It's been a long time since I've watched that. I probably should go back and check that out. But I remember it had something to do with placing either levees or terrain blocks to kind of get the water to churn over itself and then just kind of fold over. I don't know if that's an exploit and has since been patched, or if that's just a cool way to abuse the design mechanic of the game. but I thought it was neat. Looks like our water problem is mostly solving itself through distribution, but we're going to need to be vigilant next episode when we continue recovering from that. At least I don't think anybody died of thirst. If you saw that show up in the corner here, drop a comment, let me know, because I wasn't paying attention, but I don't think it happened. I think we're good. So we will ride out the rest of our drought here. Or not ride out the rest of the drought, man, we'd be here for another hour and a half. Ride out the rest of our temperate season, which I will actually now go ahead and bottle up all of this since we have 0.2 days left. That's all we're going to get down here in the main reservoir, unfortunately. But we have tons up here that we can let out at any time. Just let that go. And yeah, no more water coming through here, which is why I put these water dumps to give the trees here a fighting chance. So that's fine. This will continue filling, although it probably won't fill up very much more. And that's going to be it, folks. We're going to find out. Oh, this is going to get super full here. It might even slightly flood. Unless I've timed it exactly. Yep, another 29 days. Looks like we're on max drought time. So that seems like a good place to stop. I know we're not technically at an hour yet, but this is a very good place to stop, and we can start the next one right at the beginning of the drought and see exactly how far we can get. We have a couple more things to finish over here with regard to getting power hooked up, but now this is no longer a problem for us to concern ourselves with in the drought, so we can pretty safely just deprioritize most of this. Not that there's really that much more to build in the first place. All we really have to focus on now is putting in the rest of the well-being and the monuments. We could unlock decoration if we really wanted to. We could build a mud bath. That's a cool thing we could do next time. And then I'm not going to make a number cruncher because we don't really need that much science. But just about everything minus stream gauges and the deep mechanical pumps have been built. It might be kind of fun to put in a deep mechanical pump or a series thereof down here in what I will be calling the Frog Bowl, at least until we have an official winner of the poll for that one. And then we could actually transfer water out over here into the lower one. I think that's probably a good thing to focus our efforts on next episode. So let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. I think that could be cool. We did a similar thing toward the end of our playthrough of the previous hard mode map with the trains over at, I don't even remember what those districts were called. But I think that would be a fun thing to do. Build ourselves a little canal. Or possibly rework this area a little bit. Because we do have power storage here, so we know we could easily do it. Just have to figure out how we want the water to flow out. And where we want it to flow out. We could even just have it come up over the side of this dam if we wanted to. And just have it something that we could manually turn on or off. So that is an idea. I think could be fun. Of course, we could further optimize each of these districts with our monuments. Wow. Wow. Then we have, of course, tribute to ingenuity we can stick over here somewhere now that we have power and that we have this researched. And, of course, these guys probably don't need to have any intervention for the rest of forever because they're bots and they are fine. We're continually making more over here. So I think that is going to be all good to go. Making tons of science. We can probably get rid of these soon because we're not going to have much more to actually research. Outside of longer bridges, I guess, if we wanted that. Yeah, that is, that's just about it. Do a little bit more decorating and then keep making bots until every single beaver doesn't have to work anymore. And then I think we can consider this one dead. Well, not dead necessarily, but nothing else left to do. We could just enjoy the fruits of our labor and be done with it. So I guess before we head out, we could just stick these guys in here and let them get to building that when they have the time. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. Lots of good stuff. Lots of stuff that could have been better. But all in all, pretty decent. We could also start terraforming this one next time. Give us some more space for campfires. Maybe build a little island out in the middle of the lake. Could be kind of fun. Got a couple different ideas. So if you have anything you'd like to see, feel free to drop it below in the comments. I do read every single one. Even though I can't always respond, I do read them and I do take your feedback into account. I try my best every time to do these videos in a way that makes them interesting for everybody watching and incorporate suggestions and comments whenever possible. So again, please always feel free to make that space available for your needs. I just like talking to people as well. It's fun. So of course we also have Discord linked in the description down below. Got some really cool people on there. Would love to have you be part of that. And of course, also big thanks to the Beard Boosters making all of these videos possible with their contributions every month. You can see their names on the screen. If you want to be a part of that, there's information on that in the description as well, but please do not ever feel required to do that. It's just for people who want to do a little bit more. Maybe send me a couple dollars every month to make sure I can keep doing these and fund some other fun stuff that we've got coming up in the future. I think will be really exciting, kind of a different style of video for the channel, but still city-oriented, still fun and interesting in nature. So very thankful for those people, and I'm thankful for you too, even if you're not one of them. You are very, very important to me, and I'm so glad I get to spend this time with you each and every day, playing these games and just relaxing and enjoying each other's company. Thanks for being here, and I hope we can see you in the next video, wherever that might be, whenever you choose to join us next. We'll be here, we'll be ready, we'll be waiting, and would love to see you again. So have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.